Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Manna here at the supernaturalwoman.com. This is Tesha D. Colston, the Marketplace Evangelist. Sorry I'm a little late this morning, everyone. It's Saturday, okay? So we're going to get the hang of this Morning Manna and being there for you at 9 o'clock on every Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, noon Eastern Time. And I thank you for being here. If you come in on the replay, then I would like you to press, hashtag replay watcher. Let me know that you're here. Go ahead and engage in the dialogue. And I welcome you and I thank you for being here. I am considering doing, and I got quite astounding, actually responses. Amazing to me that folks were interested in doing business and breakfast. And so we'll be looking forward to that being developed here coming soon. Today's topic is called, What Are You Waiting For? That's right. What are you waiting for? And I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about procrastinating and putting things off and how we need to really value our time, and how we actually think about time, right? There are a variety of reasons that we need to be mindful of time. And are we as mindful of time as we should be? We tend to take time for granted. But I like to do this experiment. I'm not going to do it here online, but here's what I would like you to do. This is your takeaway homework. I would like you to sit for 60 seconds. That's 1 minute. 60 seconds in complete silence. Don't do nothing. Try to empty your mind. No thinking, no nothing. When you do that, this is what happens. You'll find that it's difficult to do. In this day and age, it's so difficult to just sit there for 1 minute. And this is why, we in this day and age have a low attention span, right? A low attention span. On to the next thing. But out of all of the minutes you are given in a day, how many of them do you use wisely? Are there any wasted minutes? There is one thing that we all have in common. It's all equal. Nobody gets any more and any less, and that's the time in a day. We all have 24 hours in a day. We have 7 days a week. You can't add any more, and you can't take any away. So, as part of our Christian walk, as part of our Christian journey, as part of being good stewards, we need to be good stewards over our time. We are responsible for how we spend our time. And sometimes we look at people and we say, how do they get all that done? Just because someone seems to get more done than what you do doesn't mean that they've got it easier or they've got more time available. It just means that they have been better able to use their time. They use their time a lot more wisely. And I want to know, are you using your time wisely? So we're going to talk about that. Preparing for your purpose, okay? When you take a look at Proverbs 22:13, it says, a slacker always has an excuse for not working. Like, I can't go to work. There's a lion outside and murderers too. Now, I thought that was comedian. All my scriptures today are taken from the Passion Translation. But I got an excuse. How many times have you heard and are made an excuse that is just ridiculous? I can't go to work. There's a lion outside. And that's how our excuses sound. That's how they sound sometimes. Just ridiculous. But when it comes to accomplishing a goal or a project, one of the things that we can do is to use our time, to not be slackers, to prepare effectively. So it's wise for us to gather all the tools and the resources that are necessary, and it's counterproductive to spend time making excuses for why we can't get something done. When all the pieces are in place, then the next thing that we have to do is act. But why do some wish to delay the process? I know I found myself guilty of that. Have you ever found yourself guilty of putting off a big task? For a while I put off doing lives. And today I'm doing an audio cast because one of my excuses for lives, which I know I need to do in order to communicate with my community and with my network, is to do live streams. And so sometimes one of my excuses might be, especially like today, where I have to get ready to go to a funeral and I woke up a little late. Oh, my hair's not done, da 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 da. But Facebook has removed my slacker excuses and they have audio casts. So I said, I'm going on audio cast. You see, we have to determine that the goal is greater than the obstacle. Let's take a look at Proverbs 6:9-10. And again, this is the Passion Translation. It says, so wake up, sleepyhead. That was me this morning. How long will you lie there? When will you wake up and get out of bed? If you keep nodding off and thinking, I'll do it later, or say to yourself, I'll just sit back a while and take it easy, just watch how the future unfolds. So we're going to be slackers in things. Come on, y'all. This message is bound to mature you. Okay? If we're going to be slackers and we're going to put things off for later, if we're just going to sit back and take a procrastination approach, just take it easy, then how is our future really going to unfold when we take that kind of an outlook towards life? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? We must prepare ourselves to accomplish what we want. Preparation is necessary before we set out to accomplish a task. Now, we can't over-prepare because some people get caught up in the over-preparing. Your preparation has a point. God will use it to equip you for your purpose. God's going to use your skills and your experiences. But you have to take action. And when you take action, God honors your efforts. My dog's outside. So we have to be, like I said earlier, stewards over our time. God gave us this time on the earth. And some people, we don't know. The Bible talks about our very hairs, the very hairs on our head is numbered. We don't know from one moment to the next if we're going to make it. I could drop right in the middle of this live. I don't mean to be morbid, but it is the reality of the thing that tomorrow somebody didn't wake up today. Somebody didn't wake up today and somebody won't wake up tomorrow. In every minute of the day, someone passes away. And so we have to be good stewards over the time that we have, the time that God has given us. And so with that, we must be willing to get our tasks done. We must be willing to get to the goal. We must be willing to be accomplished. We must be willing to fulfill our purpose. We promise God we're going to do things, we're going to follow through, but do we actually do them? If we promise God we're going to do things, we need to follow through. Proverbs 12 and 27 talks about a passive person. And it says, a passive person won't even complete a project. But a passionate person makes good use of his time, his wealth, and his energy. I'm going to say her time, because we focus on the women here. Her time, her wealth, and her energy. So we have to make good use of our time. We have to make good use of our wealth. We have to make good use of our energy. And we have to become passionate. I was having this discussion with my cousin yesterday, just talking about the passion. And the thing is we set out to do things. Oh no, it was because my daughter-in-law. And we set out to do things. And the thing is, the reason why we don't get things done sometimes is because we're not passionate about it. So we have to really sit and think, are we passionate about this thing? Let's stop getting ourselves into things that we're not passionate about. If we're not passionate about it, then we've got to quit it and do the thing that God is really calling us to do. It calls for us to sit down and really take those seconds that we talked about earlier in silence and listening to God as he ministers to your spirit about what it is that you truly want, because he knows, because he put the desire in your heart. So we want to become passionate people who make good use of our times, who make good use of our wealth, who make good use of our energy. And like I said before, we don't want to put all our efforts into preparation alone. You got to save some energy for the journey, right? When you work hard, your results are worth more to yourself and to others. But, you got to do more than just want it. This is, they say when you have one finger pointing, there's three fingers coming back at you. So that the message meets us all. We have got to do more than just want it. We've got to work for it. Somebody said, oh, but I have faith. Yes. And I'm going to need you to show the faith by your works. Let me give you an example. When I went through my divorce, I have this home and there was a second mortgage on the home that wasn't getting paid. Now, with the amount that was due to catch up and all this, I didn't have the resources for that. And I said, God, you're either going to make a way, you're going to make a way for me to pay it, you're going to provide the resources, or you're going to give me the favor for it to go away. Okay. Now this is what happened. This was a $70,000 debt. This was $70,000 left, y'all. Somebody needs to hear me on this today. This is called working your faith. So I didn't do anything. They sent me a letter. Didn't have a job because my job had let us go. And I had my money though from the severance package and my 401k. So I forgot all about the debt, so I didn't pay it. Okay. But then I gotta, they send you those things in the mail. If you pay this amount, we'll forgive the debt. Well, I had just spent, what they were asking for. So I didn't have it. I had some money, but I didn't have what they were asking for. So I let her, I don't have it. We'll see what happens because I don't have it, God. This happened like 3 more times until it got down to $7,000. I want y'all to hear me. And I said, $7,000. And that number just rang in my spirit. And I said, God's going to make a way for me to pay $7,000 in the next 30 days. I had a rental. I used the money from the rental. I used the money that I did working. And in 30 days, people, I need you to hear me on this one. God blessed me to have enough income. I started with $0. I have my business as a notary. And I started with $0. I had just paid something when this note came in. And then I was kind of frustrated because my husband and I were getting ready to go to Canada. And so I knew I was going to spend the money that I did have going to Canada, but we had already planned this trip. But I was like, I am not going to worry about it. I need God to give me the way to make this money. If he doesn't give me a way, then he's just going to lower it or he's going to make the debt go away. Okay. So wouldn't you know it? During this time, this 30 days, they gave me 60 days and I said 30 days. And within 30 days, I had $7,000 to those people and it paid off a $70,000 debt. So I no longer have a second mortgage on this house. You have got to do more than just want it. You have got to work for it. Proverbs 13:4 says, a slacker wants it all and ends up with nothing, but the hard worker ends up with all that he longed for. What are you waiting for? It's time to get busy. It's time to use your time wisely. It's time to sit with God and say, what must I do to achieve the results that you have planned for my life? The purpose that you would like for me to live out. What is it so that you can have passion and drive for it? And what are the steps that need to be done so that he can help you? See, here's the thing. Remember that God is there to help you. The Holy Spirit is there to help you to get it done, to get done what it is that he has planned for your life. You don't have to walk the road alone. He will give you the ideas, and he will not only give you the ideas, he will put the plan in place. And you know what you got to do, my sisters? You got to go work the plan. You got to be courageous and know that God is with you, not make excuses, and do what it is that God is calling you to do. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Sister Cherie. I didn't even know you were here. I saw the light go up. Thank you. So the question remains for today. What are you waiting for? Remember, the scripture says, wake up, sleepyhead. How long you gonna lie there? When are you going to wake up and get out of the bed? When are you going to wake up and get out of your head? When are you going to wake up and get out of your fears? When are you going to wake up? If you keep in that place, if you stay in that bed, if you stay in the sleep, if you stay in the I don't want to do this, if you stay in the I don't have time, how's that going to end up for your life? You know how many people are in the grave right now who said, I didn't have time. I was afraid, so I never moved in my feet. I never moved. I never did what it is that God called me to do. I never fulfilled my life purpose. I had the time. I had God on my side, but I didn't move. I didn't be a good steward over my time. I didn't prepare for my purpose. I want to encourage you today. A passive person won't complete a project, but a passionate person makes good use of her time, her wealth, and her energy. Let's get passionate about what God has called us to do, and let's make good use of the time that he has given us, the wealth that he has provided for us, and the energy that he has given us to fulfill the call. That's all I got for you today, guys. This is Tesha D. Colston, the Marketplace Evangelist, coming to you live here at Morning Manor. You guys have a wonderfully blessed day. God bless thee. May the Lord bless thee. May the Lord keep thee. May the Lord cause his face to shine upon thee and give thee peace. God bless you and good day.